Shelby.
Marya.
What is an inspiration board?
So an inspiration board, it's a nice place. It can either be like a cork board or a poster board. I know you use your wall. So it's anything like that, or even something online, like on Pinterest, where you can collect your ideas and inspiration for your novel, like world building or character development. You can use it as a place to keep track of your plot as you go along. If you're looking for something more general and you want the vibe and there has to be a better word for this.
Mood.
The mood. I've seen people do like the color scheme of their novel.
Oh, that's
so like, what color do you want, or what sort of color scheme do you want running through your novel?
That's like making a movie.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
really cool.
Any like those like Wes Anderson
Mm-hmm.
boards.
Yes.
Like very hipster, but I find very inspirational.
What kinds of things do you put on your board?
So my board right now, it has the title of my novel as a whole. The corner of the board that I've built so far is focused on the aliens in my novel. It's a sci-fi novel, so I really wanted to get a handle on who this alien culture, who they are, how they came to be. So I have like a list on scientific theories about like where aliens could be and why we maybe haven't found them yet. A drawing of my main alien character and physical characteristics that I want the aliens to have in the novel. I have another drawing that I made of sort of just a general landscape that's really bright, and I wanted that to be sort of the way the aliens saw Earth. Some things that I might add later, maybe magazine cutouts, online printouts, quotes to keep you inspired, or maybe a quote that is sort of the basis or the thesis of your novel, photos, really anything, kind of anything you want. It's really open-ended.
Would you help me start mine?
Yeah.
I have a line from my novel that came to me one
I
day.
think that's a really good idea. So that can be sort of the, like, is it the linchpin, would you say?
It's kind of what I come back to, the main character's voice. Whenever I think this doesn't make sense, I hear her voice in my head saying, this is my story, and I mean to tell it how I like.
That's great.
And I think, all right, girl, you tell that story however you want. You also said inspiring quotes, so this is not a quote from my novel, but I have, whatever you think you are more than that.
I love that quote.
Like planning resources, so this is just a printout of the hero's journey, just like a way to think about plot that sometimes I think about when I write. I have a photo that I really like that I think is going to help inspire my world building.
I like it.
And then I have a couple pieces of, you mentioned you can do this, I printed out, and this is an old photo for some character inspiration to keep the characters like in my head.
Yeah.
Okay. Ta-da!
And this is it.
That's the beginning of my inspiration board.
Yeah, it's great. The nice thing about a corkboard is you can move stuff around and take stuff off, add stuff whenever you feel like it. Yeah, and it can be, I like to think of these sorts of things as living documents. Like you can, they're not stagnant. They should change whenever you feel like changing them. And it should always be just to help you keep your novel alive in the real world and not just in your mind. Is that weird?
Yeah,
Is that a little
beautiful?
woo?
That's a beautiful way to end. For more writing tips like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel and check us out at NaNoWriMo.org.